Have you ever had this thought? I've worked so hard. I've done what I could. So why do I feel like I'm falling short with money? Maybe it wasn't a big purchase. Maybe it was a $6 coffee, dinner with a friend, a movie, or just something to lift my spirit that was just small. It cost. You didn't blow your budget, but in your mind, you think you did. You didn't make a reckless choice, but in your mind, you thought you did. That little thought left you with guilt that you carried all day long. Like somehow you failed, that you shouldn't have done it. You kept thinking about it all day long. That's what money shame sounds like. And a lot of people carry the money shame with them. Have you ever felt uneasy about spending, but you went ahead and did it, and then you fretted about it all the next day or that night? Have you ever questioned your financial worth based upon a financial decision you made? That's not good. This episode is for you because it's not always about what's in your bank account. Sometimes it's about the story you've been told as a kid growing up or when you got older about what money should do for you and what it should look like and how much grace you're allowed to give yourself.
Life doesn't always go as planned, does it? Maybe you're facing a job loss, navigating a divorce, caring for a loved one, or grieving the loss of someone close to you. These moments can feel overwhelming, leaving you wondering, what now? Welcome to Thriving Through Transitions. In this broadcast series, you'll find hope, guidance, and practical advice to help you move forward one step at a time. Each week, Vicki Joern, a compassionate financial advocate, brings you thoughtful insights and actionable strategies to tackle life's challenges head on. From managing financial hurdles to finding balance and building resilience, she's here to help you survive and thrive. So, whether you're amidst a major change or preparing for what's ahead, join us each week to learn from someone who understands and who truly cares. Don't forget to subscribe and follow so you're always ready for whatever life brings your way. Be financially prepared for today and the uncertainties of tomorrow.
I'm so happy you join me in Thriving Through Transitions. My name is Vicki Joern, and I'm a financial advocate. And this is the second week episode for the series, Money Dysmorphia and the Shame of Falling Behind. This episode is entitled Feeling Guilty Every Time You Spend Money. Have you ever heard of the word the shame spiral? In fact, what is the shame spiral? It usually starts out small and then slowly builds up. It's one decision and then one moment and another decision. And all of a sudden you feel like you just feel the shame for all the decisions that you made. Maybe it's that coffee, going to Starbucks and spending the $6 when you have a coffee maker at home, but you were just trying to treat yourself. Or it was buying something that wasn't necessary. If you like to shop or you wanted a new golf club, you really didn't need it, but you wanted it, so you purchased it, and then you feel guilty. A lot of times that guilt turns into anxiety. People that have had anxiety because they felt so guilty about purchasing something, then it becomes self-judgment. That's the shame spiral. It spirals into something more. I should have known better. I'm so bad with money. This is why I never get ahead. Have you heard those things in your head before? Or have you heard people saying stuff like that? It comes from the shame spiral. Eventually, that shame leads to avoidance. You stop checking your accounts. You quit making your goals and checking on your goals because you know you're not close or you feel you're not close. You'll tell yourself, I'll deal with it next month. I mentioned in the last series the round to-it. A lot of you that are younger don't remember what it is, but it's a to-it. It looks like a coin, but it's wooden. I'll get to it. And you think, oh, I'll get to it next month. And the next month comes by, and the next month, I'll get to it. It's about the messages we've heard since childhood. Maybe it's in the back of your mind, I'm not going to do it. No one ever believed in me before. I'm just saying that. And you're carrying all this baggage in your mind, and you need to step out of it. Have you ever heard the sayings, money doesn't grow on trees? I remember that when I was a kid and I wanted some money from mom and dad. And they say, money doesn't grow on trees. You need to earn it. Or else maybe I did get some money and I went and bought some candy. And they said, that's wasteful. It's in your mind. It's wasteful. How many times have you heard, you don't need that? As a child, as a teenager, in college, even when you're married or unmarried, you don't need that. And it could be from someone telling you that, or you're just thinking, I don't need that. And that's where you need to look at needs versus wants. A lot of time, culture adds its own sayings. If you buy a latte, that's okay. TV ads are big time telling you what you should do and what's okay. But not always is it okay because you feel guilty about it. A lot of times you'll hear people in debt don't need to treat themselves. Well, maybe they need to learn how to budget, and it's okay to treat yourself once in a while, but it's something you've heard over time and time again. Here's the truth. Guilt doesn't build discipline. It can steal your joy. Be sure and like or subscribe below, and let a friend know about this series. That would be wonderful. They might need to hear this or have a family member or friend that needs to hear this. Let me ask you something. What if you're not reckless, but you're just human? Most of us are just human. We're not trying to be reckless. That's not our intent. There's a difference between thoughtless spending and intentional enjoyment. There's a difference between financial struggle and learned fear around money. You're allowed to enjoy life and not feel guilty about certain things, especially when joy is planned, it's mindful, and aligned with your values. Treating yourself isn't the problem. It's treating yourself and then punishing yourself. That's not right. That's not good for you. Let's create space in your financial plan, not just for bills and budget, but for kindness for yourself, forgiving yourself and moving forward. Money should support your life, not make you feel small in your life. So let's shift the way we talk about money and make it to where it's more positive. So here are 3 powerful reframes, things that we can say differently instead of being negative about it. Remember, first one is progress over perfection. You don't have to be perfect at everything. Oh my goodness, if we all were perfect at everything, we wouldn't get very far, would we? You've got to take the first step. It's progress over perfection. If you save $20 a week and someone else is saving $200, don't beat yourself up for it. For that, you are making a step forward. 20 might be all you can save, but golly, that's great. So don't beat yourself up over it. Don't compare yourself. Maybe the next month or so, you'll start adding a little bit more to it. Your story is your own, so what you do is very important. It's not what others are doing, it's what you're doing towards making progress. Number 2, peace over pressure. If your money plan is giving you joy and it's working for you, that's awesome, even if it's just a little bit of moving forward. But if you're so stressed out about it, then reevaluate. Figure out what makes you have joy. That's what's very important. You don't want to be stressed out all the time. It's those small steps that are very important. You need a plan that allows you to sleep at night and not be stressed out and not sleep at night and then be a pain the next morning. Number 3, you need to give yourself permission to have joy. If you don't have joy in your planning and joy in what you do, it's tough. This is not what life is all about. We're human. We need some joy in our life. So it doesn't have to be this big leap, a lot of joy at one time. That's great. If you can, you won the lottery, that'd be great. But it's the little steps at a time that give you that joy and that you know that you're making progress and that you're not going to stress out and that you quit comparing yourself with others. What works for you doesn't necessarily work for the other person. And what joy. So budgeting isn't about restrictions. It's about figuring out what works for you, one step at a time. So here's a simple practice you can start this week. I would like you to sit down and look at the last 10 transactions you've made. Write them down or else type it on a spreadsheet on the computer and look at them and decide, was this something that I can live with? Is this something that I needed to do? Did it align with my values? Is it part of my budgeting? Would I make this decision again? And if so, that's great. If not, don't beat yourself up over it. Just know that the next time you need to do something different, or you might want to think about doing something different. It's not about beating yourself up, but figuring things out. This is an easy task, so please try it. I want you to be aware and be kind to yourself. And if a decision doesn't sit well, that's not failure. It's just a lesson in life. I don't know how many lessons in life I've gone through, that our clients have gone through, that I hear, our kids have. I'm sure you have. Don't beat yourself up. Just learn from your lessons and move forward. Here's an affirmation that you might want to say to yourself when making decisions. I'm learning. I'm allowed to grow. I'm allowed to make mistakes. I can be kind and wise with money. Remember that in your mind when you're moving forward, working with your money and budgeting and planning. Actually, that's a shift that can change everything if you can get your mindset changed. And doing that helps so much. Now let's talk about those moments that we really do regret. You bought something out of emotion. You're stressed out, you go out and you purchase something. Did you really need it? Probably not. And then you feel guilty about it. You ignored a bill. Had I mentioned in the last episode that a client of ours, when we first met her, had quit looking at her bills after her husband died. She was so devastated. It took her quite a while to move forward. But you can. She did. And you can. One step at a time. You avoided a conversation. One of your kids or maybe a parent or your spouse wanted to talk about something and it just stresses you out. I don't want to talk about it. These are things that might stress you out, but you've got to move forward and figure out ways to get through them and how they can not stress you out so much. Let's talk about I didn't want to talk about the conversation. What if one of your children came to you and just wanted to be cuddled and loved and just talk about their day at school, or else they're older and they're working and they've had something going on at their office and you just don't really have the bandwidth to listen. But what you've done is alienate yourself. So the next time someone or one of your children or someone wants to chat, think about, am I shutting them out at my own expense and theirs, and I really should listen? And there's a fine line in listening as to whether it's helpful to you or it's going to really push you over the edge. But you can make those decisions. I would highly recommend that you think about this. But the goal isn't perfection. It's just a direction. It's progress. You don't want shame to keep you stuck. No one wants to be stuck in shame. You want to move forward with compassion, kindness, love, and knowing that you are going to be okay. You're a good person. I'm okay. I can do this. I shouldn't feel guilty. I can do this. Your finances don't need more stress, more strain, more guilt. They need compassion. They need understanding. I need to move forward and learn about this and become more comfortable with myself and money and any other decisions I make. You're not reckless. You're not behind. You're in a season of reframing. I call it a season of transition. And anyone that goes through transitions has a different timing as to how long it takes, but you will get there. And I hope this encourages you. I'd love to hear from you. If you take one of these ideas this week, please let me know and share with me. That would be awesome. You can like or share below. You can call me at 832-698-2010 or go to www.beefinancialpartners.net. And most of all, just take care of yourself and quit feeling so guilty. It's easier said than done, but I know you can do it. You took the first step coming to this series, and I appreciate that. And don't forget, I'm Vicki Joern. Be financially prepared for today and the uncertainties of tomorrow.